Greetings, YouTube denizens. So today, as you can tell, I'm in a vehicle doing a little road trip to St. Louis to see some family. While I'm in town, I think I'm going to buy a Model Y. The idea, so right now I've got a 2022 Lexus GX 460. Absolutely love it. Someday soon I will do a video on it. I am super overdue on doing that. I've owned it since new, August of 2022. And in that time, of course, me being the original owner, all the miles are mine. In that 2-year period, roughly, I've thrown 50,300 miles on it. And I drive a lot. And it's mostly just for road tripping and personal enjoyment. I don't drive this for work. I've got a very unique life. I live a half a block from both of my office buildings. So as far as a commuter vehicle, I don't need one. But I do drive a lot because if you know anything about Omaha, Nebraska, it's not really a walking town. And you do have to pretty much drive everywhere for everything. Also, I love driving. Anyway, so the idea is I've been wanting to dive into the EV world. I've got family members that own EVs. None are Teslas. That we basically have the Volt, the Pacifica. There's 2 of those in the family. And then 2 of the... No, I'm sorry, that's the Bolt and the Volt. And then 2 Nissan Leafs as well. So, and those are my brother's family and my sister's family. They have those. Anyway, I did drive test drove a couple of EVs. One was the Rivian R1S. Absolutely love it. A little bit too rich for my blood right now, and I don't want the 3rd row seat. So right now, while that is the vehicle I would want to buy, I don't want to buy it. And I had an order in on the Cybertruck, but I did cancel that. I really don't, man, there's so much I like about the Cybertruck, but there's so much I don't like about the Cybertruck. One, I don't like the length. It's just too damn big. But that steering by wire, oh my God, that's got to be amazing. Like, the fact that we do the hand-over-hand steering wheel thing is stupid in this day and age. And now that there's a vehicle out there that can do full opposite lock on, like, what is it, 90 or 170 degrees, that's amazing. Like, that's tomorrow's stuff. But to me, getting that is not worth getting the Cybertruck. So I pulled my order on that. I've been bouncing back and forth between, and mostly thinking about purchasing new, between the Model X and the Model Y. I've driven both, and between driving them, I didn't have a favorite. I really liked both of them. I didn't get to drive for too terribly long, so I don't know how I feel about it. Like my Lexus, I love it. It's just super comfortable, rugged, go anywhere, do anything, handles all the weather. Just a great vehicle. And it's gonna, you know, if I get less than 250,000 miles on this thing, I will feel like I got gypped. And I don't think there's anybody out there who knows or who's experienced, you know, like a Lexus or a Land Cruiser or something of that effect, that wouldn't back me up on that statement. So, but anyway, the idea is, rather than buying new and finding out I don't like the Tesla for a myriad of reasons, which I will get into here in a bit, I want to do the used Hertz Tesla thing. I want to get in one around $25,000, Model Y, all-wheel drive, long range, and see what life is like. Now, I know everybody and their dog has a Tesla now, and that's fine. But my approach is going to be different. I'm a urban dweller. I've got no charging ports in either of my parking garages. And so, but what I do have is about 10 minutes away, or about less than 10 miles, there's a supercharger. And I will be that person who is dependent upon the supercharging network while I'm at home and while I'm road tripping. And I think that's where I'm going to find my little avenue of entertainment. What's it like road tripping? What's it like using it as my daily driver? Or do I buy it and find out when it really comes down to it, I'm just driving my Lexus all the time and not the Tesla? At which point, I'll probably know that EVs aren't for me. At which point, then I've got exactly what I need right here in this Lexus, and I'll just stick with it. But I could also find that even without home charging, it's a delight, or it's not any more of a compromise when I'm on a road trip than stopping for gas. And I will give you a little bit of background on this. Okay, so I'm a middle-aged white dude. Bladder ain't what it used to be. So when I road trip, I'm lucky if I can go 200, 250 miles, A, without needing to fill up the Lexus, B, bladder issues, C, walking the dog. It's like all these things. So basically, every time I stop for gas on a road trip, you're looking 20, 30, 40 minutes, which is, EV charging time, especially at a supercharger. You can get, 20 to 80, I think, in 30 minutes. So, and I don't know, I'll find that out as it goes. But if I can make this trip to St. Louis, which is usually somewhere between 6 and 7 hours, if I can make that still between 6 and 7 hours with like 3 or 4 stops for charging, then I really don't see what I'm out. The other thing too is, like, a lot of the road trips I've done are like halfway across the country, like from Omaha to LA. And there are times, I very rarely get sleepy when I drive, but there are times when I want to pull over, catch some Z's, and get back on the road. And usually what I do, just because I'm a real wuss when it comes to air temperature, I either need to make sure that I'm warm or cool. And so even when I'm like stopped sleeping for a few hours, my engine will be running and the climate controls will be on. So, or I'll get a hotel. But I'm just talking about like when I pull over at a rest area or a gas station or something like that. Anyway, so with the Tesla, you basically have the camping mode and the dog mode, which I think I would benefit from pretty well. I know Sky would dig it. As much as I love my Lexus, and I do, there's a couple things that sort of bug me. Like when I do the remote start, it will only run for a maximum of 10 minutes, which makes sense. I mean, I can see why they do that, but I want to leave the dog in the car, go into the restaurant, grab some food and whatnot, and I don't want that engine to cut out after 10 minutes. I want that air conditioning on for the dog. And then if it's something crazy, I can't get back to, like say I can't get back to the car after 20 minutes, the remote starter only allows you to do 2 remote starts. And then after that, you actually have to physically go out, start the car, and shut it off again. And then you can do 2 more starts. So if I'm someplace that's taking their sweet time, and it's over 20 minutes, see, that's an area I don't want to get into with the dog. That could be bad. So it would be nice to be able to just walk away, have the car be in dog mode, or when tired, pull over, go into camp mode, heck, even lay down in the back, that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be fine. And, conceptually, if it does take 40 minutes at per charge or whatever, on a long road trip, I can plug the charger in, get a nice 20-30 minute nap, get up, do some exercise, get on the road, that kind of a thing. So I don't know. I guess stay tuned. Hopefully my videos in the future will be less rambly, better edited. but that's not the case right now. But that's that's a whole different story. Anyway, see you on the next one. Take care.